Senator Katie Britt of Alabama is a member of the Senate Appropriations Committee. Senator, it's great to see you this morning. So are you optimistic? You guys leave tomorrow for a 2-week recess. Can this get done before then?
Well, first off, we're not leaving if this doesn't get done. I mean, lawmakers need to get ready to actually do their job. I mean, we've had 41 days of a Democrat-led shutdown. This is the second one of the fiscal year. When you're looking at people who have stepped forward to say, hey, we want to serve our homeland, we want to protect American citizens from coast to coast, Democrats are finding a way to not pay those individuals. Republicans are saying, let's get this done. We want to make sure that TSA is fully funded. Coast Guard is fully funded, CISA is fully funded, that we make sure that our Border Patrol agents are ready to protect our border and to take a look at the packages coming in, to do their jobs at our airport. We're looking at our law enforcement officers and our interior. We know how important that is, that is fully funded. So we're working diligently to get that done. We know that that's important to the American people, and so we're committed to making it happen. But I hope people get used to staying right here until that happens. We shouldn't be leaving at all.
So, Senator, your colleague, John Kennedy, is basically accusing Democrats of moving the goalposts. He says they continue to change their position on funding of Homeland Security. Republicans should just start considering reconciliation. Take a listen.
If Senator Schumer keeps changing his position, we've got to just remove him from the process, which means that we do a budget for DHS, all of DHS, ICE, FEMA, TSA, through reconciliation. And we only do in reconciliation the DHS budget. You would remove the SAVE Act from that so that talking filibuster folks can keep talking. And you would remove the Democrats from the process.
So, Senator, what do you think of that idea? That doesn't seem to be a starter with President Trump by removing the SAVE Act, and then you also need the $200 billion to keep funding the war in Iran.
All right, so 2 things on this. Number 1, let's get this done today. Let's fund all of the department, or as much of it as we possibly can, actually do our job. Look, President Trump was so wise to have us do a reconciliation bill last year. We pre-funded much of this. That gives us a little bit of opportunity to wait and go ahead and start another reconciliation bill as well. I think that bill should be a public safety bill, as my colleague Marsha Blackburn has been advocating for, narrowly tailored to make sure that we are keeping Americans safe. Now, let me talk about another thing that Senator Kennedy has been talking about that I am fully supportive of and think if we did, we wouldn't be in this position right now, and that is stopping the paychecks of my colleagues in this building and across the way in the House if we don't fund the government. Here's the deal. TSA should never be going without their paycheck while we are getting ours. If we were to pass his bill, then I can guarantee you people would be much more eager to come to the table. When I'm looking at the stats this fiscal year, TSA officers have gone without a paycheck for over 50% of their pay period. That is absolutely absurd. They cannot pay their bills, they cannot pay their child care, they cannot pay their wife's cancer treatment, they're having to sell plasma, and they're having to sleep in their cars because it's easier than getting back and forth given the financial constraints that they're under right now. That is completely and totally unacceptable. These men and women come to work every single day to keep our country safe. And if we can't get in here and do our job, we shouldn't be receiving a paycheck while they're not receiving theirs. So I hope we can get a vote on Senator John Kennedy's bill. I want to see what those numbers are, Mark. I want to see who votes yes, and I want to see who votes no. I am sick of the rules for thee and not for me, and I think the American people are as well. And I think if we can get this across the finish line, I don't think we will have this problem in the future.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are sick of having to make food donations and cash donations to help struggling TSA agents at the airport. All right, Senator Katie Britt, thanks for joining us this morning.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.